you lose your mind over and over. That's the dance that we do. We lose our minds over and over as we reconquer it over and over. Are we mostly in lost state, or are we mostly in recovery state? But it's a dance. And I want you to have the privilege to stand in an abstract space in your minds right now and see, feel how your mind gets lost in your daily life as it is happening. And imagine that you could have an energetic leash, like a leash of a dog. And from where you are, you have your mind is in the leash and it's going away. It's going to funky land. And you pull the leash. Nope, you're not going that way. You hold it. You bring it towards you with your intent and your discipline. See, this is an act of discipline that we're going to have the awareness, the willingness, and the intent to pull the leash as we need it before we are too deep waters and we forgot ourselves. We're going to stand in a place of seeing when we get lost, and before too late, pulling ourselves back, reclaiming our true mind. Feel yourself doing this. Breathe through this. Set your mind to be in this position. Let's say for this coming week. It's a particular place of the observer. It's not really passive. I would say more in this bridge between the two minds. The guardian state. Watching when we are losing ourselves. Intervening before we are lost. Set your intent that you will relentlessly have the discipline to remember this week. To remember to come here and pull yourself back, pull the leash. Hold this thought, hold this intent. And then, boom, open your eyes. Open your eyes. You know, this idea that that we're gonna be finally, it's over, you know. I'm gonna get to a point, I don't have to worry. I conquer my true mind forever. Never have to worry about it. Great. But it doesn't happen that way. It's an ongoing, it's an ongoing, we're always losing our mind and we're always reclaiming it. How long can we hold our true voice? It's like the noise is always wanting to come in, but can we push out and then listen to the true voice and then stay there, anchor there? And then we get lost. I mean, what would depict this as watching our color of energy? We have like a ring of energy, like a string of energy. And when we are like in our defeat, in our foreign mind, that color droops down and all our shine goes down, right? It's taken, devoured by the foreign installation. But then we can pull ourselves back. And then our shine, our fringe of awareness goes up. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, we have to wait days and rituals and boom, it can happen. It can happen really fast. We can recover our true mind over and over, sometimes many times in one day. So it is a state of identifying when we're getting lost, what are the conditions that we lose ourselves, and then springing out. Once we are deep trapped into the foreign mind, you know, let's say we're deeply trapped in an idea or a self-criticism, right? It's never going to work, and then we are just caught there. We can't get out, right? It's deeper and more difficult, but if you catch it as you're going in, as you're getting lost, it's a little bit easier to pull yourself out. But it's a dance. It happens. One time, you know, for the most time, look, until I would say the year before the Nawal left this planet, he would always be under the impression that there will be a day that you dethrone the foreign installation. He will call it Bobby, to give a name. It's great because Bobby, to name something is very useful because you name it and then it just becomes something you can deal with, right? The foreign installation is a weird term. It's like makes a spook. But Bobby, oh, Bobby, you know, I fell to Bobby again. So he thought there would be a time where he will conquer Bobby, or we, all of us, could conquer Bobby, dethrone Bobby, and that's it. Great. End of game. Time to finally rest, you know, time to finally kick back and enjoy the fruits of our efforts. But then one day he came super excited. I mean, he was just out of his mind excited that he had finally dethroned Bobby. Woo! What a day. Huge celebration, you know? I mean, amazing. Wow, he did it. And he was like, oh my God, Bobby's gone. He's gone. The next day, he comes back and he says, guys, I have to tell you something. I can't believe it. But once Bobby left, guess what? Seymour appeared. Seymour came. Bobby left, and then Seymour came. What the heck is Seymour? Another Bobby, but it's another level of vibration of the same thing. Now he was, you know, at the mercy or at the fight against another more subtle, let's call it a predatorial distraction. In other words, what is the conclusion of that? We live in a universe where things are always mutating. Things grow at the expense of other things that decrease. Take nutrients. You take nutrients, you grow, but the source of the nutrients decreases. You take light and then darkness recedes. You know, there's always this interplay. One thing grows, one thing decreases. So we are, in our awareness, is subject to the same rules of the universe. You know, we're not different. So things grow our awareness and things decrease it. Energies, like magnets, are attracted to different things. If I'm slow, I'm attracted to something fast. A magnet, a negative pole attracts to a positive one. So if my awareness is high, then there will be energies that I will be attracted to that high awareness. If my awareness is faster, they will be attracted out of curiosity. You know, you look for what is different. So we are in this dynamic play. There's nothing to be spooked about. We are an element of the universe, and we are in the dance of growth and decay that is part of everything. So at the level of awareness is the same thing. Why would it be different? So we can just come into this idea that, yeah, I grow my awareness, and then of course it's going to be appetizing. So then, you know, if I leak it, or if it's being consumed, or if I lose it because my mind goes into a weird place, then I can recapture it. And that's the game. We are constantly in a game of awareness and seeking to enhance and grow our awareness. Not the funky one, but the good one, right? So you look at it, that's how we want to present this at this juncture for right now, in those terms. So nobody gets weird about this. And, you know, when the Nawal first introduced these topics, it was a different time also. Many people got like it could be a strange proposition, right? But we look at it from a functionality, and if we look at the world today, is so poignant, the presence of this other mind, right? And so here we are for this week. For this week, can we stand at the threshold and observe when am I being pulled out of myself? When am I start going into thoughts that don't even represent me, right? Can I stand there and be aware, and then maybe I can pull the leash? And then can I be more present and more like, hold on, who's talking there? Oh, I see. To another voice in us, another feeling, another reference point that exists, but it doesn't impose itself. So we have to be available to it. And can we listen to that? And can we begin a process of discernment, of differentiation, knowing that this is the game, this is how the mind plays. And there's nothing strange or unusual about that. But this moment in the world is so poignant that this is precisely because we're in the middle of the war that is the exact opportunity for a true change. And maybe all of us together, we can create a momentum and we can push Bobby for maybe for a little while, but that would be enough to be amazing, wouldn't it? If we can consistently find a route to recover our thoughts, our mind, any given moment, and all of us can support one another on that. What do you think? You like the plan? Shall we do it? Let me see thumbs up. Let me see thumbs up.
Sí.
Let's do this.
Gracias.
We need it. We need it for survival, you know? Jeez. So I wanted to read a note for Rodolfo sent. Thanks, Rodolfo. Oh, by the way, just a commentary on a short exchange that Peter, you brought up. Thanks, Peter. And then Ruslan and Adam were chipping in terms of like, you know, it is in conditions of distress or challenge when we actually bring up the best of us. And I can absolutely validate that. In my personal experience as a student of Castaneda and life, that is the case, you know. In a way, even at the cellular biology, you put the cells in a stressful environment chemically, and then they become pluripotential. They revert to stem cells. That's a great metaphor, right, for the mind, right? In the moments of the deepest challenge mentally, like the world today with the pandemic, we have the opportunity to actually free our capacities. We can become stem cells in our thinking. All possibilities. That's freedom, right? A stem cell would be the equivalent of freedom at the cellular level. They can be anything. We can be anything. So, you know, because we see I hear from patients day in, day out lately, right? At this point, after a year and a half of the pandemic, there's like this, like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore. It's like defeat, just fatigue.